Hi! Today we are creating another beat. Last time I asked you guys what type of beat I should do next, and Savion Official, I hope I pronounced that correctly, suggested Future Garage. And what a cool idea, a Future Garage beat. That's what we are going to do. However, I have never made Future Garage before, so I need to do some research. So I did some Googling, and it seems to be a lot of disagreements of what defines Future Garage. But there are some general things that seems to be accepted by most of the community, and those things are off-kilter rhythms, meaning that the rhythm is a bit askew. Things aren't hitting exactly on the grid, it's a little loose. There's also a lot of swing being used, and if you're not familiar with swing, it's basically just pushing every other 16th note a set amount. So the more swing we use, the more it sounds like this. But in Future Garage, the swing is not consistent. One note might be pushed just a little bit, while another can be pushed a lot more. This, I think, is what gives Future Garage a sort of whimsical character. Other common things in Future Garage are pitched vocal samples, respace, dark atmosphere, and foley. The BPM usually ranges from between 130 and 140, and what a coinkydink, that BPM range is common for beats as well. So there's our common ground. Now with the research out of the way, let's start with the most important part of anything related to Future Garage, recording cutlery. First man up is this bad boy here. Look at him. Alright, we're done recording. Now I'll scrub through everything and bounce out what I think sounds good. First, burn up and this bad. Okay, nice. Now I'll pick out the best of the best samples and process them and make a small sample pack. Which, by the way, shameless plug, you can get by joining my Patreon. I really love this plugin called Vitamin from Waves, which is a multiband enhancer. So it's not quite a multiband compressor. Yeah, I'm not completely sure how it works, but I think it's some kind of combination of a multiband compressor and maybe some distortion and exciters. It's just, it really makes high-end sparkle is what I feel. It just sounds so good. Let's add some OTT, some distortion. Sounds good to me. Since I'm treating a lot of similar sounds, this will also serve as a jumping off point for those. I might have to make some small adjustments here and there, but the bulk of the work is done. Alright, now that we have our Foley, it's time to get producing. I make a pad to get an atmosphere going, and I'm using the technique I posted on Instagram last week. I'll leave a link for that in the description if you want to check that out. Let's isolate the mids. This is going to be a background element, so I won't need the highs and lows of this. Maybe some sidechaining, just to get it pumping. Alright, that's something. Let's add a kick. I want that typical... It sort of sounds like something is falling down the stairs. That's what we're going for here. Okay, and now it needs to swing a little. Usually I would make a swing grid and place everything accordingly to it, but since we are making Future Garage, we'll play it by ear and just feel our way till we get something cool. Another common thing I've heard in Future Garage tracks is that they use rim shots instead of snares on their 2s and 4s, so that's what we'll add next. By the way, all the drum samples I'm using is from my sample pack Juicy Fresh Drum Kit Volume 1, which is out now in my store. already starts to feel very future garage-y to me. The drums should be more muffled and pushed to the back, so let's filter out some of the highs off the kick and rim. Yeah, that sounds more right to me. Now, instead of using the distinct re-space, we'll change it up and use an 808 instead. This is, after all, a future garage beat. Okay, let's try this one. I've been stuck on trying to create a pattern for the 808 for a while now, so I'll leave it be for now and come back to it later. I want to add something consistent to the drums. Let's do an open hi-hat on every off bit. So I've experimented a bit with the chords and have ended up with something a bit dramatic, which I like. Kind of want to have another chord here pulling us back with the 808 to the beginning of the chord progression. Okay, there we go. This flows nicely. I have a melody in my head, so I've tried to sing it and put on a ton of processing and see if that turns out cool. Sure, we'll leave it in. We'll leave it in for now. Now it's time to add in the foley. And this is just going to be a lot of trial and error till we have something good. Maybe we'll add hi-hats. Oh, we can't forget about the vinyl crackle. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to arrange and mix this bad boy. I feel I need some effects to help define the different parts of the track. Alright, nice. So I went a bit back and forth and did some changes. I removed the vocal I recorded and added in this sample instead and chopped it up a little. Then I automated the format with little alter boy. And now it sounds like this. I also added in some passing cars as sweeps, because why not? Alright, now let's hear it all together. To be honest, it ended up sounding very different from what I was imagining. I was hoping to make the merge between beat and future garage more obvious, but mostly I just ended up swapping the re-space for an 808. But more importantly, it sounds good to me, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Before you click off, if you enjoyed it, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I promise to bless your feed with great FL Studio content. Tell me in the comments how you think the beat turned out, and let me know if you have an idea of what type of beat I should do next. If you want to support me and what I do, you can join my Patreon for a small monthly fee. I'll be uploading the foley pack I made and the project file to this track there, so go check it out. See ya!